We have the privilege of welcoming to the show Kent Galpin and Sergey Lysak to talk to us about the Ukraine project. Well, good morning, team. Great to have you join us today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So first up, let's get some foundational information out there. What is the Ukraine project and what inspired its creation?
So the Ukraine project provides tiny homes in Ukraine for people like refugees that are fleeing the war, people that have lost their homes because the houses have been simply destroyed. Gives them hope and a home, a roof over their heads.
Yeah, and I can't begin to imagine what that's like for people because this war's been raging, what, is it 3 years now?
Yeah.
3 years and counting, which is horrific. What has it been like for people in Ukraine, Sergey?
Well, it's not easy. While I'm here in New Zealand, watching how you guys enjoy your life here, and I'm like, at some point, I'm really in a good way jealous because that's how we lived before war started. We were enjoying our life, living our life, just as simple people, simple, rules of life. Everything was fine. Now you can see a big difference. People have lots of grief. Just yesterday, Russian drone has attacked my neighbor's home. 2 people died. One girl, 19 years old girl, she's in hospital. This is crazy, and this is happening every night. So it's really difficult.
And so let's talk about then, the need is obviously massive, but you guys have isolated down something you can make a real difference with. What are some of the key programs and services that you guys are focusing on with the Ukraine project?
Okay, so we started to place tiny homes in 2022 April. So our first tiny home was placed then. Since that, we've been working with different organizations. And when I was here in New Zealand in October, I shared at Shout conference what we're doing, and Kent felt really strongly that Lord is calling him to help with the Ukrainian project. So far, our organization were able to fundraise, and we have placed 330 tiny homes all over Ukraine and started 2 churches for those people who are living right now in those tiny homes. So when Kent heard that, he definitely felt that Lord is calling him to support us as well and stand with us, and I'm really thankful for that.
That's so cool. And I understand that, there's a lot more to it than this. You're obviously collaborating on the ground with other partners, and there's employment that's being created as a result of generating these tiny homes as well. So the repercussions are massive. I just want to talk to the faith aspect for you, Sergey, because you're obviously over here and you're speaking at a lot of different churches and you're sharing this awareness. How important has your faith been in such a time as this? And how have you seen people be impacted by the gospel message over in your home country?
Yes, so I would just say that, Lord is our shelter and he's our comforter. And if you look at gospel wasn't written at the comfort zone. It was written during the difficult time for church. And a lot of these scriptures, when you read them, they become like a really good vitamins for your soul, because you find that Lord is my joy. The joy in the Lord is my strength. And you need to start repeating those things when you see lots of difficult conditions, and you just say, Lord, you are my joy. And you find that comfort in him. So lots of Bible verses that I read right now in New Testament, they have so much life to me that I did not experience earlier. Because when you go through a difficult time, Bible starts to speak much louder to you, because you understand, James says that, I know Ukrainian name, so I'm just trying to translate that to in James says, that we need to be happy, joyful when we're scaring.
Yes.
Like those. So, that's because my country is right now, 11 million people have left Ukraine. People are going through a very difficult time, and you need to find that joy in Jesus. You need to find that whole understanding of life. I've seen, Jesus needs to become your absolute center, because I've seen when people have lost their home, and when they saw that their home is ruined, they have experienced a heart attack and they died. Because their comfort and their house became their comfort zone, their absolute center, what would give them the sense of life, and they died.
Wow.
So, Bible says that who wants to follow me, you need to take your cross and follow me. Basically, it's like take something that will remind you that this is death. Take your casket with you and follow after me. So you need to understand that reality of Christianity is not, comfort TV, PlayStation, or something like that. Christianity is when you can find a comfort in Jesus and doesn't matter what you hold in your hands.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. We say things rather tritely, I think, in this part of the world.
Yes.
Like, you know, God is everything to me. God is all that I have. And I think I remember of a quote I heard once that said, you'll never realize that God is all you need until God is all you have. And it strikes me that that's what a lot of Ukrainian people have experienced. But, you know, as much as you can see that as a way to move towards God, for some people, that's the reason they kind of fall away. And so when a Christian organization like yours or a faith-based one then intervenes in those moments, what kind of impact are you seeing then too on maybe helping people reconnect with their faith when perhaps they'd wondered, has God failed me? Has God abandoned me? Maybe he's angry at me and punishing me.
Oh, no. You know, I've seen people in Ukraine that have experienced a huge explosion next to their home. And they were telling me, I was sitting, hiding in a root cellar, and I prayed all the prayers I remember from my childhood. And I'm so thankful that God has saved my soul and has saved my life. Many of them have turned to Christ and turned to God because what I have figured out, the difficult times bring you to God more than the comfort times.
Yeah.
It feels like the comfort takes people more from the Lord than difficult times. Difficult times, kind of people, they know that they don't have strength to fight with that, and they need to find strength, and they find it in Jesus. They find it in Bible. They find it in the verses that Bible is holding for us for every situation we're in. And so when we started to put these container homes for people, lots of these people, they were asking us, why are you doing that? And we said, because we love you, because we know that God cares about you. And many of them, they became part of our churches that we started for in those villages where they were, and we were placing tiny homes. So many new Christians are now, and I'm really thankful to the Ukrainian project that, you know, Kent has heard the voice of his heart, you know, that I want to stand behind. And for me, it's like, thank you, New Zealand. In general, New Zealand churches, Equippers churches, they're standing behind. They're helping. They at least have helped us to build 10 tiny homes. Now Kent has helped us also, so we're gonna put two modular tiny home where we will have family and, you know, the refuge family staying. I'm really thankful, and we're also building right now refuge camps close to the churches, so the church in Ukraine will take care of those people, so the people will come to Christ.
Well, I love to hear that the church is really shining in Ukraine right now and what has been such a dark time. But the gospel message is breaking through, and the believers are providing practical support through rehoming people who so desperately need it. So thank you so much for sharing. And look, we understand there are many challenges on the ground right now, and the Ukraine project is really having a massive impact. So for those listening who want to help get more of these houses built and want to be involved, what's the best way for them to support your ministry?
You can donate through Give a Little. There's a Give a Little page where if you just type in on Google, Give a Little Ukraine Tiny Homes. You can also go to a website, Ukraine-project.org, and there's a donate button there. And you can just email me on ukraineproject01@gmail.com if you want to be involved, whether you're a business or you're a church or just any person that would like to become involved. We're happy to talk with you and just maybe explain a little bit more. But yeah, it's a real step of faith. You know, I think, you know, Ephesians 3:20 just says, you know, ask and imagine, you know, and God is able to do so much more. So I'm imagining that we can do 50 to 100 homes. But now we're asking if people would love to come on board. And just, take a step of faith. And as New Zealand, let's make a difference in Ukraine.
Love that.
It's an incredible intersection of faith and works coming together. And again, this is a Ukraine project. So I'll give you guys the website again. If you're listening, get your pen because you're all thinking, oh, those details. Wait. What was it again? All right. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ukraine-project.org. That's the website for you to head to. Ukraine-project.org. Or if you go to Give a Little, search Ukraine Tiny Homes, and you could also give there. But Sergey, Kent, thank you so much for joining us, and God bless you with this incredible work you're involved in.
Yeah, bless you guys.
And you and your team. Thank you.